Hi guys, welcome back. We are still continuing on the traction marketing for social media. This is unit 6, bringing you pro tips. So we're going to review a couple of the things that we've already talked about, but then we're going to move into some areas that we haven't hit on yet that I think you'll be excited about, including some tips for some tools that can make your lives and social media use that much better. Okay, so first of all, let's move into what not to post and what to post. So let's start off with the what not to post. Okay, this is really important, guys. So please try to understand it and understand the importance of making sure that we're only putting compliant information out onto social media. This is going to help protect our products and also this opportunity for generations. So first of all, let's not post pictures of the bottles or the packaging of our products. We want to do attraction marketing, not hard sales pitches. And so we want to make sure that we're talking about the benefits, but not showing the products and the bottles, the packaging, okay? Second, we don't want to use the trademark names in our posts. We don't want to use the word LifeVantage. We don't want to use the word ProTandem or Axio or Physique or Pet Tandem, okay? We don't want to use those names. Let's keep it clear from out of our posts. It helps us to stay compliant, but also helps us keep us in the line of attraction marketing. Now, this is the really big one, guys. We cannot make any health claims. We cannot use diseases, symptoms, or treatment claims in any of our posts. So a good rule of thumb is do not use the name of our company or any of our products in the same post as any disease or symptom or problem that would be treated by a doctor or medication would be used for. We have to do that because if we don't, then the FDA will come in and they'll want to try to make Protandim a prescription medication, which means only a doctor could prescribe it, and it would cost a heck of a lot more money than what we're able to provide it to the public. And we know the benefits that people are getting from our products. So we want to make sure that we stay compliant. So please do not post anything about a disease claim, you know, what our product has done for any disease, because that can get us in trouble with the FDA, okay? So income claims, so this is really important too. We can't make income claims on Facebook or any social media platform without a disclaimer, without providing our income disclosure statement, okay? It's better for us to not put straight out there, this is how much I make every single month, you should come work for me because you'll make that much too. No, you don't want to do that. Even in our trainings, depending on who's training, it's read at the beginning of every single like LifeVantage Academy or Elite Academy or convention event to make sure that people understand that this is your potential, but it's really up to you, okay? So now what to post, all right? So first of all, absolutely post pictures of you taking and holding the product, but you wanna make sure that you're holding the product in a way that you're kind of obscuring the name of the product, but it's creating that curiosity, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I woke up this morning and got my extra boost of brain food. I love my, natural energy drink. But you're not going to say the word Axio and you're not going to show the bottle, but you could actually have a stick in your hand, but it's covering up the word. Make sense? Curiosity marketing, attraction marketing. How about piquing that curiosity? You can say things like biohacking your body or Nerve 2 activator, scientific breakthrough, all of those kinds of things that will make people be like, what are you talking about? That kind of sounds interesting to me. How about nutrigenomics or, I'm sleeping so much better? Simple layman terms, right? So many people are lacking in those areas that we all get such great benefit from. We could pick up and create so much curiosity just by using those simple terms. You can use testimonials of pain decrease, sleep betterment, energy improvement, weight loss, mood enhancement, right? Before and after pictures are awesome, but that's it. You cannot overextend the comments that you're making about our products. Our products, the truth is enough, right? We don't need to try to embellish or make it look like it's any more than what we have our hands on, because we know that we have the greatest breakthrough in the history of man so far, right? So here we go. Let's get into some of these tips first of all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you with my Facebook profile on my computer first, okay? Now the reason why I'm going to share it with you on my computer is because there's things that you can only do from your computer on Facebook, but you can use it after you've already created this tool on your laptop or on your desktop. You can use it in your phone, okay? So first of all, let's talk about friends lists, okay? Friends lists, these are vitally important to being organized on Facebook. I have so many friends on Facebook and I love every single one of them, even if I don't know them, right? But the thing is that I have so many friends on Facebook that are already in LifeVantage that if I was trying to get my posts seen by people that were not part of LifeVantage, I would have a very difficult time because of the algorithms that Facebook has in place. But something that they have done for us is they've given us the opportunity to be able to create other friends lists that we can focus in on. And so as you can see here, I've actually created a few different lists on here. I've got some to do with being an Army mom. I've got some for high schools I've attended, you know, different things like that that I have in common with people. But one I would recommend that each and every one of you create is a prospect list, okay? This is going to be the people that you have on Facebook as your friends and acquaintances that are not part of LifeVantage. Super simple, easy to create a list. You just come up here to create a list. You're gonna name it, and I'll actually make a training list. And who would I like to add to this list? I'll just start with Dondee. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to add him to this list and I'm going to create this new list. Now, this is the new list that I just created. How cool is this? So I can actually come in here and I can start adding all of these new friends in here, all right? So I'm just going to start by a couple. Let's say I'm going to add, how about Laura Robbins? And let's see, I'll add some other L's here that just to make it really easy, just to show you how easy it is to add people into this list. But what's really neat about this list now is that now that I've created it, and I'm actually going to go back to some of my other lists so that you can see where there's more stuff in here. When we come back into this list, so let's go into LifeVantage. Okay, these are all people that are part of LifeVantage. What you want to do with these lists is, if this is my prospect list, I'm going to come and I'm going to spend all my time in this list, liking and commenting and sharing inside of this list, because then I'm going to get more screen time in front of these people, because that's how Facebook algorithms work. Where you spend your time are the people that's going to see your information. So this is one of the reasons why it's so important for you to be focused on Facebook and to be organized. And these friends lists can definitely help you become organized on Facebook and help you with a workflow. Okay, so now if this was my prospect list, I'd just go in here and I'd just start liking things and I'd start making comments on things. I'd start just putting my own value onto all these different posts, because then that's like magic. This is like glue, okay? So what's gonna happen here is, after I've spent all this time going into my prospects list and liking and commenting on their posts and adding value to their posts, then when I go to put a post up, the first people that are going to see it are going to be the people that I interacted with, and they were all prospects. Instead of me spending time making posts, doing videos, and having, you know, people that are already part of the LifeVantage business be the ones that see it first, if not being the majority of the people that see it. So I hope this makes sense to you. It's really important. Create this prospect list. Again, you're just going to go into, you can go into your home screen. This is my Facebook again. And you can go over here to the left under Explore, under Friends Lists. Here's my prospect list right there, but you can create your own and you just simply add people into it by adding them in after you've created the list. Okay, so something else that's really important for you to understand too is that underneath Newsfeed, and this is another thing that you need to do on your desktop, is underneath Newsfeed over here on the right side, there's those 3 dots, okay? Oh my gosh, how cute is that baby, by the way? Ah, Squirrel, right? How easy is it to get into that squirrel, right? So we want to make sure that we are focused on and managing our newsfeed the best way possible. And the way that we can do that is going, and instead of having it hit on top stories, I can edit preferences and I can actually prioritize who to see first. So here I can prioritize like top earners in the industry because I want to watch them. I want to see what they're doing that's really working, and I want to see what I want to implement into my daily regimen to help build my business and to share with each one of you. So then go there. How about my top prospects could also go on this prioritization list, so who I see first. You can also unfollow people on here and hide their posts from your newsfeed because we have to make sure that we take control of our newsfeed. We can reconnect with people that you've unfollowed and so much more just right here from your preferences, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and stop this share. And I am going to bring you back into my cell phone, excuse me, and reiterate some of the things that we've already shared with you previously. Hey, there it is. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go into Facebook on my phone here. And remember when we talked about your QR code and that phrase about Facebook, hey, are you on Facebook? To be able to connect with people that you've met, you know, on the beach, or because we all have our cell phones on the beach, right? I know I do. Or at the bank or at the grocery store or at the gym. You can actually connect with people on Facebook just by saying, hey, you're on Facebook, right? And then you go and you find your QR code. Let me go back to where I was just at so that I don't lose you too fast here. So if you look down here at the bottom right, the hamburgers, you're going to click on the hamburger. And you're going to go, and you'll probably have to scroll down to where down here at the bottom it's going to say see more. Do you see the see more? The first time I went looking for my QR code, I had to go under the see more part of it. And then after I clicked on it the first time, it brought it up higher in my listing, so it was easy to find. So QR code, you want to go find your QR code today because this is gold. This is like huge nugget, and I hope you're writing this down right now. So you're going to connect on your QR code. Now see, this is the scanner that I've got on here right now. And so if somebody else had their QR code open, I could just put their phone here and my scanner would read it, and it would open my phone right up into their Facebook profile. Okay, easy to connect that way. But if you connect, or if you click on this top part up here, QR code, that's going to give you your own personal QR code. So this is what your friends can very easily connect with you, or new prospects, new people that you're just getting to know and want to connect with on Facebook. Remember that #1 question. Hey, are you on Facebook? Let's connect. So your QR code is going to be valuable to you to be able to get connected with people quickly. So what I recommend is right here, see where it says save to phone? Save it to your phone, and then you'll be able to do what I've done with mine, because you'll be able to find it in your photos. So if we go up here to my camera and my photos, and let's hope there's not anything crazy on here, right? But go to your albums and my favorites. Guess what, guys? That's my QR code. It was under my favorites and my photos. All I have to do is open that up, and it very quickly, I can have somebody open their camera, because that's all they have to do is open their camera, put it over the top of my QR code, and they'll be able to open up my personal profile on Facebook and hit add friends. That quick and that easy. So I highly recommend that you guys each make sure that you download your own QR code into your photos and put it into favorites, so it's easy for you to get to. Okay, so let me stop sharing here, and I want to go back to sharing the PowerPoint. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about, oh shoot, one thing I should have shown you. Do you know, and I'm going to actually go back in here on my phone to show you this, because it's that important. When we connect or create those prospect lists, you can actually post just to your prospects, okay? So we want to share the phone here again. and go back into Facebook. I'm going to go back into, if I want to make a post, so here's my post, okay? So my profile is on public. You want to be on public too, because you want to make sure that anybody and everybody can see who you are and find you, because we want to build a business, and so we want to connect with as many people as possible. So public is what it's set on right now, but what if I want to do a specific post just to that prospect list? What if I could do a post that only is seen by prospects? How cool would that be? One of the reasons why it's so important to be able to do these types of posts is because sometimes we can have really amazing, mind-blowing posts that we put up there that's completely attraction marketing. We've done everything right. We haven't shown the bottles of the products. We haven't said the names or typed in the names of our company or any of the product names, right? And yet somebody else that is a LifeVantage distributor, pure in heart, doesn't understand, goes in and types, yeah, I've been taking Protandim for 5 years now. I'll never stop my yellow pill. And they just screwed up that amazing post without knowing it, right? You can always delete their post, but somebody else might come and do the same thing. But if you post only to your prospect list, there's not going to be anybody in there to do that. How cool is that? So what you're going to do is see right here where it says public, you just change that. See now, oh look, there's my prospect list right here down at the bottom. So I can just click it to the prospect list, and that's where this post will go now. So when you look at it, see, prospect list, and that's going to be the group of people that now see this post. I hope you understand how valuable this is and how quickly this will streamline your business and sharing information with just your prospects, instead of having your funnel that we're filling with prospects get clogged with LifeVantage distributors as well. So I wanted to make sure and share that with you. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint now. Awesome. So here we are back on here. So creating a workflow, this is really important, and having that prospect list is really going to help you do that, because when you set your work hours for Facebook, because you don't want to just give yourself all day long, because you'll get stuck in those Facebook scroll holes. Scroll, rabbit. Oh, what was I supposed to be doing on Facebook right now, right? So we've got to be able to have our workflow. And so if you have prospect lists set up, you can go in to the list specifically, and you can spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes at a time, set in your calendar. This is what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be working my prospect list. And you're going to go in and you're just going to like, comment, add value on other people's posts for that whole time. The whole time. You're not going to make your own post. You're just going to do likes, comments, and adding value. And then at the end of that 20 minutes, you're either going to do your own post specifically to that prospect list, or a live Facebook video also to that prospect list, that will be able to get so many more eyes on you, because you just spent that 15 to 20 minutes adding value inside of your prospect list before you did your own post. Okay, so that's a huge tip right there, a huge way to help you with your workflow. Focus on your prospect list, do your post directly to your prospect list. And if you want to scroll other things in Facebook, only give yourself like 15, 20 minutes a day to go and see what your friends are doing and what your family's doing. But that's it, because you've got to stay focused. You have to maintain control of social media, okay? So another thing you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you're using social media, or using your Facebook story, okay? So I'm going to discard this. We're going to go back up here with a new share back to my phone. I love technology. I hope you guys love technology. So let's see. Is it working here for me? As I'm saying, I love technology. Okay, so, oh, there it goes. There it is. All right, so there's my phone again. So I want to make sure that you guys understand what your story is. So as you see right here, up here at the top, these are all the stories. So remember, on your regular Facebook profile, you only want to do 2 to 3 posts a day. 3 is the max. 2 is perfect, okay? And you want to be consistent with that. And so what you can do on top of that is, if you have more things you want to share, or if you want to get a little silly sometimes, or, you know, you want to share a little bit more of what you're doing with your family and all that kind of stuff, use your storyline to do that. And it's super easy to do. So watch, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do one right now. So see right here where it says add, and that's a picture of me. I'm going to do add, and there's my face. Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually switch this around. And I'm going to do just a really quick live video here. So hold on just a second. Oh my gosh, I totally love working just for a few minutes on a Sunday for a Monday that's going to kill the rest of the week. So that's going to go live on my story. And people are going to have no idea what I do, but they're going to see here that I'm doing some Facebook. They're going to see some of the stuff in the background. They're not going to know exactly what I've got going on. I'm going to share this to my story. You can also share it to your newsfeed if you want to, but don't do that because you don't want this to be one of those 2 to 3 posts in the day. It's not enough value. This is just a little bit of a teaser on my story, right? So I'm just going to share that now. So you can also save the photos that you do for your story. You can save the videos that you do from your story. That is an option that it gives you before you post it. But see now, here's the add button, but here's now my story. So it's out there live for the world to see. So use your story. It's a way for you to get additional information on you, who you are, really let people know who you are personally, and so that they can see that you're a real person. Because that's super important for people to be able to trust you, okay? So now let's talk about something that's really kind of important. And you know, you are the leader of your tribe. You are the one that's going to set the precedent. You are the one that's going to be the example, and sometimes you're going to be the one that has to do the policing within your groups, okay? So when you're using your groups, remind your teams of the code of ethics of the groups, which means respect always, love always. We're not going to criticize and condemn anyone. If there is an issue, we're going to take it offline. We're not going to have anything online. There's going to be no drama and no negativity, right? Because we've got to keep everybody working for us to accomplish our goals. If there's drama, if there's negativity, or if there's conflict, then people stop working. So really, you know, sometimes you might feel like you're being bossy, but as long as you do it the right way with the right heart, we have to make sure that we maintain the cohesiveness and the respect within these groups. So make sure, whether it's on a weekly basis or it's a monthly basis, that you are really paying attention inside of your groups and monitoring the, I would just say, even the emotional level of the group. Okay, so for tools, all right, guys? So we have got some amazing tools that help us make our social media posts that much better, more professional, easier to watch, easier to do. And so I want to share some of those with you right now. So let's start off with lighting, because lighting is really important. And there's been so many times that I've been either at a really cool event and it's just been dark, or there's been some crazy flashing lights. And so when I did my live video, it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to. And so I wasn't prepared for that. Or even here at home, it's really important to be set up so that you can have a really steady workplace and have the proper lighting, right? So we actually have a couple different lights that we use. One of them is actually right here behind me. It's a ring light. You can find them. Amazon, by the way, is where we get most of our stuff for the best prices, plus 2-day shipping directly to my door. They ring the doorbell that it's here, and I don't have to go out into the severe heat here in Phoenix, Arizona. So this ring light back here is amazing. I actually have one in front of me as well. So this one here, as you can see, this is a cell phone holder. And so you can actually put your cell phone right in the middle of that ring light for you to do your Facebook Lives. Now, guys, you do not have to go out and buy all this kind of stuff. This is not what you should be buying before you start doing your lives. Get started doing your lives first. Okay, do the best you can on the lighting, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is doing your lives. So on top of that, how about being away from the house? And I'm not carrying this thing in a backpack with me all the time, right? And yet there's been times it's like I wanted to do a live and the lighting was just horrible. How about this cool little thing? This is a little ring light too. It is the coolest little thing and not very expensive. It actually just goes right on your phone just like this. It actually has 3 different levels of brightness. And so, I mean, think, if you're somewhere and it's dark, this is like the perfect little tip, little hack for helping you with your Facebook Lives, all right? So that's lights. So let's talk about mics now, because it's really important to be able to be heard. If you're gonna do a live, you need to be able to be heard, right? So simply, if you have a cell phone, more than likely, you had a pair of these that came with it, right? It's earbuds, okay? Earbuds that have a speaker attached. So if this is all you can afford right now, this is absolutely fine for you to use for your mic to be able to do a live Facebook video or even a training session or to hop on Zoom. If you're somewhere noisy, these things are the best, right? And you can get them for a reasonably inexpensive price if you didn't get them for free with your cell phone or with your laptop computer. Okay, so that's one way, one type of mic that you can use. But we also have, like for these training videos that we've been shooting, this is the cool little dude that we've been using. So can you see this guy? He's pretty neat, right? So this guy here, his name is Blue Snowball. It's a snowball mic from Blue. Blue is the brand. Got it off of Amazon for about, I think, 45 bucks. So not super expensive, but it works great. It helps to enhance the sound and makes things a lot easier for people to hear on many different platforms. So that's another option there for mics. So selfie sticks. Okay, some people are like, oh, those are so out. But you know what? This thing is so cool because what it does is it gives you the opportunity to, let's see if I can get this going right, to have a little bit more of a sturdy, see this thing? And it, of course, goes out further, right? But you can put your phone in here and be able to have a little bit more of a steady platform for your phone when you're doing your lives, because if you try to hold it like this, then a lot of the times you're out of balance and you're bouncing all over the place. But most of the time, if you put it on a selfie stick, you can actually hold it steady on a table, on your knee, on something, because people don't like to watch bouncy videos, right? If you have, and it's a lot more professional too if you're holding yourself steady. But this one's actually pretty cool too because it actually has a little built-in light. So if I don't happen to have this one with me, I have this one. So it's just another quick little tip, a little tool. And again, it was relatively inexpensive off of Amazon. So go and get yourself one of those. And then my final tip for today, which this is just for today because I'm sure that we'll be updating this often because there's going to be a lot. Get yourself a little mini whiteboard, because one of the things I know to be true is that my memory will fail me. And so having notes on here to help remind me, even though sometimes it's still, you know, I don't remember to write everything down, I'm a lot more cohesive and fluid in my lives or in my trainings if I have some notes or some bullet points to go off of. So the last tip here is get yourself just a little mini whiteboard, or if you have a big one, you can do that too. Just stand it up or prop it up somewhere behind your computer so that you can maintain focus and looking at where the camera is so that you guys know that I'm right here with you. So thank you so much for being here with me for unit number 6, pro tips for social media. All right, guys, have a great day.